Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kim and today we're going through my March wrap up. In March I decided to take part in Realmathon. This is a readathon created by Cass over at Covers with Cassidy. I love this readathon, although this time I didn't manage to partake in it as much as I usually would. I felt quite slumpy and I had a lot going on. We've been very busy at work, but I did participate. I was on Team Stingers, and although I did pretty well, I didn't actually make a note of all the points that I accumulated. I did log them all on the form as you're supposed to, but I didn't make a note, so I can't tell you how many points I actually got this time. Naughty Kimmy. But let's go through what I actually read this month, shall we? Let's go through some stats first. So, in March, I managed to read a total of 10 books. I read a total of 4,541 pages, which broke down to an average of 146 pages a day. I don't know how, but I did. For ratings, I gave out 1 2-star, 2 3-stars, 1 4-star, and 6 5-star. That broke down to an average of 4.2 for the month. So far this year I've had a 4, a 4 and a 4.2. So we're doing okay star-wise. But let's go through what I actually read for this month. And I need to scoot this way so I can put it here. The first book that I managed to finish this month was for the Catch Up Book Club. We are reading all of The Faithful and the Fallen by John Gwynne. This month we were reading Valor. This was a roller coaster, and I love the characters. I still love Corbin and Daff. They are still my favourite characters, but there are some other characters who are kind of starting to wean in. I had fun with this one. It got 5 stars. The next one was part of my Read All My Arcs that I did last month. At the end of February, I did a whole week where I read arcs. And for me, luckily, the last arc that it came up with was A Court of Thorns and Roses. And I didn't manage to quite finish that in that week, but I did finish it at the beginning of March. I absolutely loved this. I'm quite new to this world, but I loved it. And I love the characters. And we only just get a little bit of Rhysand in this one. I can't wait to read more and find out more about Rhysand. So, of course, it being Sarah J Maas, of course it got a 5-star. The next book that I read was because I was getting FOMO. My boss had just read this and she would not shut up about it. I read Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. Again, so happy that I did. So happy that I did. These characters, the dragons, I can't get enough of this world. I can't wait to move on to Onyx Storm, but I have to wait until my special edition arrives in June or July. But of course, I gave this 5 stars. The next one that I read was The Theory of Not Quite Everything. This was on Buzzword, I believe, because we had to have the word thing in the title. So The Theory of Not Quite Everything counts. Unfortunately, this one I didn't connect. I didn't connect with the story, I didn't connect with the characters, I just didn't connect with it at all, so it got 2 stars. The next one that I picked up was Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. Again, loved the characters, I loved the swimming element in it. Again, just a world that I dived into and could not get enough of, so it got 5 stars. The next one was part of the Rory Gilmore Book Club book. We are reading through all of the books that were mentioned in the Gilmore Girls. This month's prompt was for the main character to be under the age of 18. So I picked up Carrie by Stephen King. I was a little disappointed. It didn't hit me the way that I wanted it to. It wasn't as creepy as I wanted it to be. And I felt quite bored for half of it. So it got 3 stars. The next one that I picked up was You and Me on Vacation by Emily Henry. Another one that I'm very glad that I picked up. How have I not read anything from Emily Henry before? This was wonderful. The characters were just adorable. The little kid was adorable. Normally I don't like kid characters, but she was adorable. And I liked the whole element of calling up the radio station and then getting closer and closer. I really enjoyed this, 5 stars. The next one was an arc kindly granted to me. It was Tracer's Legacy by S.J. Paris. This, although it was a historical, I actually got along with this one. And I liked the mystery element. The characters were okay. And all around, it wasn't a bad time. It got 4 stars. The next one that I picked up is part of the Wheel of Time along that we're doing with Sandra over at Got a Thing for Things. So close to finishing this series now. We are on the penultimate one. This is Towers of Midnight. This is the second one that Brandon Sanderson took over, and I just think I am over this world. I can't wait to get through the last book next month. And I'm so ready for this to be over. There were some good elements of this, but once again, I just felt bored. These books are far too long, the content that's in them, so it got 3 stars. And then the last book that I read this month was for my In Real Life book club. We meet up every now and again and we're going through the Harlan Coben books. We this month read 6 Years by Harlan Coben, and this was so good. This gripped me from the first chapter. It took you on a roller coaster, twists, turns, you didn't see things coming. This was brilliant from Harlan. This got 5 stars. And that is everything that I read in the month of March. What do you think? Is there anything based on my 5 stars that you could maybe recommend for me and predict that might be a 5 star for me? Let me know down below. But that's it. As always, down in my description box, you can find a link to all of my socials. Come and give me a follow on Goodreads, on Instagram, on X, and on Storygraph. You can like this video, you can comment, and you can subscribe if you want to. Want to let me know you're here without actually talking to me? Leave me the roses emoji for A Court of Thorns and Roses. And I will see you next time. Toodles.